Hi, we're here at rtcstats.com. What we're going to do this time is to look at Tencent and Cartesia. Tencent brought out a demo online on their service that uses Cartesia to build a voice bot. What we've done is go to the demo, ran a session of 1.5 minutes, downloaded the webrtc-internals dump file, uploaded it into rtcstats, and now let's see what we can see at rtcstats of how Tencent built that bot.
Yes, so what we see in the overview tab is that we have a connection that is using audio and video. It doesn't send video, which we'll look at later. And we see we have an observation here, it's low DTLS establishment. We'll cover that later too. So as you said, 1.5 minutes, Chrome 142, Windows, which doesn't matter. So let's look at the connection. We have one connection with one outbound audio stream and 3 outbound videos and 1 inbound audio. And what we see here is how the peer connection is configured, what turn servers are being used. We see turn UDP, turn TCP, 2 different servers, which is unusual. Only UDP and TCP, no TLS, which I would call a configuration bug, but it is what it is.
It seems like they're doing something that they think is related to high availability. If I had to, I don't see the point, but that's what they do, and no TLS, which is interesting.
Yes. And what we see here is that we flag the DTLS connection time as relatively high, so 248 milliseconds, whereas the pure ICE round trip time is 48 milliseconds. Usually these should be the same order of magnitude. Here DTLS connection time is 3 times as high as ICE connection time, which is some kind of bug there.
Okay. Let's do ICE connectivity.
Well, let's look at that. So we have a single pair, server reflexive, local candidate, host candidate, remote on the other side, port 8000, which typically means that it's a direct UDP connection with a server listening on that port. So turn is configured, but not used because it's not required on your network.
Yeah. And because we have so many turn alternatives, we ended up with 17 candidates. So there are a lot more, but there are attempts at having
not used.
Yep. What about the streams that we have?
So we have one outgoing audio stream, it's using Opus. One incoming audio stream, it's also using Opus. You can see the bitrate for the outbound is relatively low, 10 kbps, whereas the other one is 50 kbps, which I would say is a bit too much for Opus. We also have 3 video streams which are negotiated, but they never send anything there. So it's like, it's a voice bot, but it configures video and then doesn't use it.
There's also an observation here, I think. And it just says that AEC was disabled, so there is no echo canceller that was configured, which is quite sad because when I run these types of things, I use this microphone and an external speaker. And echo cancellation is actually needed.
Yes. I mean, echo cancellation is on by default. I wouldn't turn it off unless you know for sure that it's not going to be needed. And in this case, it's likely to be needed.
Yep. Okay. Let's see what we can do.
If you look at the bitrate, please.
Yes. For which one? The incoming or outgoing?
For outgoing.
This one is the outgoing.
Yep.
Bitrate would be in, I think, bytes.
Yes. Okay, here you can see why the average bitrate is so low. If you disable the header byte send and the target bitrate, please.
Sorry?
The graphs for header byte send and target bitrate.
Yes, remove them?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, we can see that when the user, that is you, is speaking, the bitrate is about 20, 30 kbps, but we have these periods of silence where you're not talking, but the bot is talking.
Let's see.
We can probably see that.
Yes, I wonder if we can actually align that. I've never tried that. No.
Okay, let's go back up.
They send everything. The back channel doesn't use any.
Yes. So when you're not speaking, webrtc is detecting relative silence, so it reduces the bitrate. So it's not a constant bitrate, it's a variable bitrate. That we can see here. So the average bitrate is only 9.5, which means the average over the whole session doesn't mean much because the configuration is different.
Yep. And then the incoming, they could have done the same, but they've chosen not to for their own reasons.
Yes, that looks like a constant bitrate encoding. Wouldn't use that one for voice, usually.
Yep. Okay, moving on to devices.
Let's move to the devices.
So these are my devices, if you wanted to know.
Yes. What is surprising is that it asks for both microphone and camera.
Yep.
But then it doesn't send any video. So why is it asking for camera access?
I can't remember because I ran this demo a few months back, by the way.
Yeah. I mean,
we can also see the logs, which is just a trace of all of the events in webrtc that took place.
And a couple of observations we made.
Yep. Okay, so if you want to use RTC stats, go sign up and check our service, put your own webrtc internals dump file and see what you can find out on your own, or just let us know. Thank you.
Thank you.